I hate this narrative of like, we have to trash one guy or the other after the fight. We can't just accept there was two great fighters. Mm-hmm. It was a great chess match that built and built and built. First couple rounds, it was kind of a chess match. It was a filling out. And then each round it built to more better action, more nuance, more level changes, more mind games. It was a beautiful fight. It was everything you could have wanted. If you like a slugfest, you'll love the last few rounds. If you like a chess match, you'll love the first few rounds. So it just took away from the whole fight because people were like, oh, well, Lopez only won because Lomachenko's, he's washed up. No, he's not. He's the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And to take away and say that he's washed up is taken away from Lopez's accomplishments. And it's taken away from what Loma did. Loma came back with a fury. And I was worried in the 10th round, I was hitting his arm. His arm was probably bruised. Because in the 10th round, I'm looking at Lopez, his head snapping back. He got bobblehead action going. He's getting destroyed on the ropes. I thought he was going to go down, and I thought the referee might stop it. It was very close to being a 10-8 because he was just so tired. Because he did such a beautiful job of cutting the ring off, setting the traps to the feints. I think he got a little winded, possibly from cutting to 135.
Yeah, and he's never really gone that distance with an elite level fighter the way he has. Like, Lomo kept coming in, like, when Lomo put on that fucking second, third, fourth gear in the 7th, 8th round, which Theo doesn't really go to those late rounds, so you have to have that experience, which is why we were saying early on, like, does this kid have the experience to win in a championship level fight? And it showed right there that he still has ways to go, which made me happy because he can get even better.
Right.
Now, when Lomo came out that 7th, 8th round, man, it was crazy. And I didn't get to hear the post-fight press conference, but I really want to hear what Theo has to say about Lomo because you got to be impressed by it, man. All the shit talking that goes on before fights, I really want to hear what he has to say now. I hope Theo's like, look, the motherfucker's good. He's everything that people say he is. I came out on top, so I feel like I'm the best. But I really want to hear if he has that respect for him now because the way he moves, the way he like punches out of nowhere, I don't even see the punch. I just see Theo's head snap back. It's super impressive. And my father, who hadn't seen Lomo fight before, was like, who is this guy? He's incredible because you don't see fighters move like this anymore.
And the thing about it too is like, give Loma credit. A lot of people would have quit if you know you lost the first 6 or 7 rounds to a bigger, stronger fighter, a younger fighter. A lot of them would have said, "Fuck it, I'm done. Peace." But he came out, tried to go out on the shield against a bigger, stronger guy, got in his face, and made it a war. You gotta respect that. You just have to. And you don't have to discount Loma. You don't have to say, oh, well, Lopez is overrated because he beat an over-the-hill guy. None of that. Just appreciate it for what it was. Two great fighters that changed gears when they needed to. Lopez bit down his mouthpiece in that 12th round after getting bobbleheaded for 2 straight rounds and took that shit.
As his dad was telling him, cool it out, you got the fight won, take your foot off the gas. In this 12th round, Theo said, nope, I'm going to go out there and fight him because he wasn't sure that he had the fight in the bag. And that's when you have to go off of your own gut and you can't listen to your corner all the time. I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he came out and fought because it would have had me hella worried going into that 12th round.
And that's what it takes to be great, right?
That's right.
You take nothing for granted. You go out there, you take that shit. I want it, I'm going to take it. Even at 23. What was I doing at 23? These people that are judging him saying, oh, well, he beat. What were you doing at 23? I was at the club getting drunk and then going and eating off the Wendy's menu if I didn't get the action I was looking for. That's what I was doing at 23.
But like everybody do, like minorities don't get a pass when they're age. When we're 23 and 24 and 25, it's like, oh, you know what you're doing. But like if a little white kid gets in trouble or gets in major trouble at like an early age, hey, they're just kids. They didn't know what they were doing. Give these kids a chance to grow and learn, man. It's the truth. Like Theo's just a kid. He's 23. He's talking mad shit because he knows how to sell fights. Is he going to mature as he grows? Hell yeah. He's already showing it.
Yeah.
The dude's married. He's probably got kids on the way eventually, but like let the dude grow and give him a chance.
And I'm so excited for the sport of boxing. We have somebody that's charismatic. He appeals to the Latino fan base, which in America drives the boxing.
That's right.
I don't care what anybody says.
It's the truth.
And he also appeals to the black community, the shit talking aspect, the hip hop kind of style he has, that Brooklyn swag. So he's going to be a star. Give him his credit. Don't take anything away from him. I saw a part of the press conference where Theo said the same exact thing. He said, don't move. I don't think this is the exact words, but essentially what he was saying, don't move the goalpost. Keep that same energy you had before the fight. Don't move the goalpost and try to diminish my accomplishment. Give me my damn respect. And he has mine. And so does Loma.
Absolutely, man. It was a hell of a fight. I'm glad it lived up to all the hype, and it's rare that you get these fighters in like the. I'd still say Loma's in his prime because he's incredible.
Yeah.
But they're both in their prime, and they came with it. And like you said earlier, I hope it gave fans everything that they wanted because it had everything a fight could have.
Yeah.
And like I hope people can appreciate all the little shit that was going on, the little feints, the shuffling the foot, them trying to get foot placement, them trying to get like their heads to the side. It's all the little shit that we love as boxing super fans. And I hope the general public starts to enjoy it. But if you didn't, at least you got a hell of a squabble towards the end of the fight. 6th round and on, it was just a fight. So if you haven't watched it, we'll put the link at the bottom of the page. Please go check it out. It was an amazing fight.
And the thing is, because Teo won, now you're gonna get some of the slugfest. When he fights Ryan Garcia, it ain't gonna be no chess match.
Oh, yeah.
Both these guys are gonna they know one gear.
That's right.
That's go.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a gear, but I just made it up. And
That's
they're gonna bring it. So also in Devin Haney, that's not gonna really be a chess match either. It may be a little bit for a little while, but eventually, like Lomachenko, Devin's gonna have to face Teo and fight him. And shout out again to Lomachenko because that's not his natural weight class.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize he's not a natural 135er. He did that because the bigger names are there. He's probably going to move back down if he continues to fight to 130 or 126. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Unless they do a rematch with Theo, which is also possible.
Yeah. I wonder if you take it. I don't know if I'm not a boxer, so I don't know, but I don't know.
It's tough.
I don't know.
Because I feel like he discovered something in that fight that he can fight him better coming forward the whole time.
Yeah.
But do you want to run that risk in the early rounds where Theo's at full strength, running into one of those big right uppercuts that he kept landing, or those big overhand rights?
Oh, you think Loma wouldn't take it?
No.
I think Teo might not take it.
Oh, Theo's not scared of nobody.
I'm not saying he's scared, but
if the money's there.
If the money's there, yeah. But you know that thing where you're like, yeah, I beat him. But you're like, man, that shit was hard. Do I want to go on that fucking hike again?
It's true.
All right. And it's hard when you know you got somebody new like Devin Haney and the Ryan Garcias and the Shakur Stevensons of the world, where it's new, it's fresh. You know it's probably going to be not an easier fight, but a different fight, and you're mentally prepared for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think for him, because he doesn't fear anybody, it's going to come down to money. I don't think that Shakur, I think he only fights at 130 right now, so I don't think he's at 135 yet to fight him. I don't think he's the star yet to get him the money he wants.
Sure.
The only one I think monetarily would make sense besides Loma is Ryan Garcia. You know, I didn't know this. Ryan Garcia has more Instagram followers than Canelo.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Which,
the dude just became, wasn't he like a,
he was
a model for
Rihanna's brand,
company. Yeah.
Savage Fenty,
like,
or I don't know. I'm a heterosexual male. I don't really know what
Like,
that
good
brand
for you,
is
man.
called.
Make your money.
Yeah, great for him, as long as it doesn't take away from the boxing, which kind of scares me.
Yep.
When you start getting into, he's hanging out with Jake Paul and
Yep.
and messing around and doing YouTube videos with him.
Yep.
I know that, yes, every boxer has downtime. You can't train 24 hours a day. But I do wonder how much of that time is being taken away from boxing. I mean, if I was a boxer, I would like my guy, or a trainer, I would like for them to be studying tape, watching their old fights, seeing what they can improve on if they're not actually training. But I mean, I guess also this is a new world where they're trying to establish their brand and spread it out. And it's a great way to do it. Jake Paul and Logan Paul have like 100 million followers, so...
Yeah, and they were able to put on a real pay-per-view fight, and they were awful, god awful, man.
Oh my god, that was the worst, dude. How did KSI's shoulder stay in place? I've never seen somebody throw that many overhands in a row.